What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and breaking news overnight. Take a look, you guys. Senate reaches a deal to avoid a government shutdown, Schumer announces, and the bill will ensure that the federal government remains open until December. That's right, we're hearing that a government shutdown could be avoided today. Now, keep in mind the fact that there's actually 4 items that are pending on the agenda that we're having issues with: stimulus, infrastructure, the government shutdown, and also separately a U.S. default, hitting the debt ceiling, something that has never happened in the U.S. history, and nobody really knows the repercussions of what could unfold, but we're hearing that it could be catastrophic. However, it looks like one disaster might be averted today. Take a look, you guys. Schumer announces agreement to prevent government shutdown, and Senate reaches a deal to avoid a government shutdown. Schumer announces they're going to be voting on this today. Now, I'm going to be diving into the details of this article with you, and I've got some video footage, and we're going to be discussing everything that we can expect today, as today, September 30th, 2021, is going to be a huge day in Congress, you guys. But before we dive in, if you can do me a quick favor, if you like and appreciate these updates, keep me up to date on everything that's going on right now, and there's a lot. Don't forget to just take a quick second to smash that like button. I would appreciate it. Helps out the channel a ton. Just lets the YouTube algorithm know that you think I'm doing a good job, and in turn, they're going to continue to promote my channel and my videos. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Also, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything going on, and share this out if you think it's going to help out other people. And if this is your first time here, you want to stay up to date, come and join the viewing community. Come join the RAM fam, we like to call it. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff: stimulus, infrastructure, Congress, the economy, unemployment, anything having to do with money. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, so that way as soon as I upload these videos, you can get notified right away, because this is breaking news almost by the hour, and chances are, if you're watching this right now a couple hours after the time that I've uploaded this has probably already happened, because this is breaking news coming out. And also, if you got any specific questions that you want me to answer, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. It's really easy to get a hold of me. I'm very accessible. All you got to do is go through Instagram, and yes, I go through all my own DMs. Give me a little time, because I get a lot of them, but I will go through and I'll do my best to respond to any questions that you got and try to help you out. And always use caution here on YouTube, because we get a ton of comments, and all these scammers come in and they take my picture, they claim they're Steve Ram, and then they say, contact my assistant on WhatsApp, and then they ask for personal information or for you to donate them money. You guys, I don't have an assistant, I don't have a WhatsApp, and I don't randomly ask you in the comments to donate me money, okay? That's not me. I'm just here to get you caught up on the latest. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up on the latest that's happening today with avoiding a government shutdown, hitting the U.S. default debt ceiling, stimulus, and infrastructure. All right, you guys, so first let's take a look at this video footage of what Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had to say, and I've also got some video footage of what's going to be unfolding over the course of today. And then after that, we're going to take a look at one last article that's going to be discussing stimulus and infrastructure. So let's go ahead and dive right in.
As early as today, to address a concern that demands the immediate attention of this chamber: the funding the federal government beyond September 30th. To prevent a government shutdown, Senate Democrats will be introducing a continuing resolution that keeps the government open until early December, while also providing long-sought emergency funding to help Americans still reeling from natural disasters from this summer, as well as funding to help resettle Afghan refugees. We can approve this measure quickly and send it to the House so it can reach the President's desk before funding expires midnight tomorrow. With so many critical issues to address, the last thing the American people need right now is a government shutdown. This proposal will prevent one from happening, and I want to thank my colleagues who are working quickly to prepare this legislation.
Tonight, lawmakers racing to prevent a government shutdown. Both chambers needing to vote to extend funding by midnight Thursday.
Democrats don't want to shut down the government. Republicans don't want to shut down the government.
This would be a shutdown of stupidity.
Democrats who control Congress planning a vote in the Senate to avoid a shutdown as soon as tonight, with no opposition expected. Meanwhile, President Biden canceling a planned trip to Chicago to remain in Washington, focusing on breaking an impasse between moderate and progressive Democrats that's threatening to derail his agenda. A Thursday House vote on the trillion-dollar bipartisan infrastructure bill now in jeopardy, with progressives planning to block it without a deal to advance Democrats' $3.5 trillion social and climate policy bill, too. Key moderate Joe Manchin says that bill costs too much and the bipartisan bill should pass first.
Bipartisan infrastructure does so much in so many ways. Clean energy, everything we talked about. Why wouldn't we take that as a reminder and move on and negotiate good faith?
House progressive Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez pushing back.
96%, myself included, of the Democratic Party is in agreement that we need to pass both bills.
He said he's still negotiating in good faith to get there.
Let's stick to the original plan. I will support Manchin's priorities. He can support my priorities, and we can all win. And working families can get child care, health care, climate action, and infrastructure investment.
But Congress' first order of business remains funding the government, making sure that after Friday, federal employees like IRS analyst Crystal Kirkpatrick in Utah will keep drawing a paycheck.
This isn't politics. This is my kids' groceries. This is making sure that everyone in my house is fed and happy and clothed, and you just can't mess with that.
Garrett, there are a lot of pieces in play here. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, there's this looming deadline over raising the debt limit, the government's ability to borrow money.
Yeah, that's right, Lester. The deadline for default is October 18th, and right now Republicans are demanding Democrats raise the limit on their own. Democrats say Republicans are just as responsible as they are for running up the debt in the first place. Neither side is budging yet.
So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. A lot going on right now. We have the $3.5 trillion social human infrastructure or stimulus package that currently might get the U.S. debt ceiling measure increase inserted as well, which could delay the arrival of it for 3 to 6 weeks. We also have the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill for traditional roads, bridges, and highways like you think. And we're hearing that that is supposed to be going up for a vote today. It was supposed to go up Monday. Nancy Pelosi delayed it, and we're hearing she might delay it again. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think she's going to delay it again? Because we're hearing progressives say that stimulus isn't ready, and if they bring up infrastructure without stimulus, that they will derail it. As we heard AOC say, let's go ahead and pass them both together so that way her and Manchin can both get what they want at the same time. And it looks like, though, we might be able to avert a government shutdown today. Take a look, you guys. Link in the description below. Schumer announces agreement to prevent government shutdown, and you can see the calendar right there showing today, September 30th, as the final day. And it says Senate Minority Leader. Oh, that is a typo. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced Wednesday night that an agreement to keep the government funded and prevent a government shutdown has been reached. We have an agreement on a CR, a continuing resolution to prevent a government shutdown, and we should be voting on that tomorrow morning, he said on the Senate floor. Now, the majority leader said that he hopes to hold a vote on final passage by midday, hours before the government funding would have run out at midnight on Thursday, bringing it down to the wire. The short-term government funding bill would keep federal agencies operating through December 3rd, but it does not address the looming deadline to raise the debt ceiling to avoid the U.S. default. The bill includes $6.3 billion for relocation efforts of Afghan refugees, as well as $28.6 billion for disaster assistance following a spate of devastating hurricanes and wildfires. So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. But again, we're hearing Republicans will not support increasing the debt ceiling. They're saying that's going to be on Democrats. And we're hearing it's very likely the only way that that's going to get passed is it has to get put in the $3.5 trillion reconciliation human infrastructure or stimulus bill. Now, in addition to that, you guys, take a look here, link in the description below. Democrats, they're barreling towards a make or break vote as crucial 24 hours now begins. And that is today. We're going to be seeing what Nancy Pelosi is going to be doing with that $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. Now, as I mentioned, right now, if she brings it to the floor, as she promised, she said it would be Monday the 27th. She delayed it till today. If she brings it to the floor, we're hearing that stimulus is not ready. It might not be ready for another 3 to 6 weeks. Progressives will vote it down. However, we've heard moderates say you promised on Monday. Now you changed it to Thursday. If she holds off, it could save stimulus and infrastructure, but it also could wreck it because moderates might get fed up and say, when stimulus comes, we're going to vote against it. I don't know, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen? Will there be a vote on infrastructure today? And if there is, will it fail? And if it fails, will that doom stimulus and all other agenda items that we're dealing with right now. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. A lot hanging in the balance, and where do we go from here? So you guys, that is the latest on stimulus, infrastructure, avoiding a government shutdown, and avoiding the U.S. defaulting for the first time ever in history on its debt. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a second, smash that like button. Really helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here, you want to stay up to date, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, come join the viewing community, come join the Ram fam, you guys. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff as it's changing by the hour. Like I said, chances are if you're watching this like a couple hours later, this has already taken place because this is breaking news. Also, don't forget, if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And remember, usually regular uploads 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. But right now, with all the breaking news, it just happens throughout the day whenever news breaks, you guys. Just turn on that notification bell. But with that being said, I hope this reaches you well. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.